Ever feel one step behind in understanding women? Imagine having the power to decode and influence a woman's mind. It's not a dream. Today, we're revealing the top dark psychological tricks to give you the ultimate edge. Master these secrets and take control. Let's dive in. Number 10. Creating a lasting impression. Ever wonder how to make a woman feel like you're always around, even when you're not? It's not about being clingy, but about leaving a lasting impression. This psychological tactic is about creating a sense of your presence so deep that she can't help but feel attached. Here's how to do it. Condition her environment to remind her of you. Leave small tokens behind. Use specific scents she'll associate with you, and share memorable songs. These subtle reminders will tie back to you, making her feel your absence as a noticeable void she wants to fill. The goal is to make her work twice as hard for your attention. This isn't just control, it's psychological dominance. Number 9. Give her space. Ever heard the saying, "Seduce my mind and you can have my body"? Many guys get this wrong, thinking it means overwhelming her with gifts and non-stop texts. Wrong move, gentlemen. Women fall deeper through the shadows of their imagination than the glare of constant attention. To truly seduce her mind, you need to master the art of absence. Less is more. Pull back and make her miss you. Dive into your hobbies, take trips, and hang out with your friends. Create a life so interesting that she wants to be part of it. When you give her space, you create psychological tension, a gap that only you can fill. She starts to crave you, not because you're always there, but because she can't stand you being away. That, my friend, is how you secure the upper hand. Number 8. Try emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation involves using her emotions as your chessboard. Ever heard of fractionation? It's a stealthy technique based on psychological principles that dominate her emotional world. Women let emotions steer their decisions, so if you can master this game, you're golden. Here's how it works. You swing her between emotional highs and lows. One moment you're the charming prince, the next you're distant and elusive. This emotional roller coaster puts her investment on overdrive, making her feel an intense connection and fear of loss simultaneously. It's like setting a hook deep in her mind, allowing you to steer her emotions like driving a car. She becomes so wrapped up in your world that stepping out of it feels like breaking free from gravity. Number 7. Use reverse psychology. Why do women go wild for those limited edition designer handbags? Simple, they're elusive. If you want to skyrocket your appeal, tap into that element of scarcity. Play hard to get. Start by disqualifying and rejecting women more than they expect, making them feel like you're the prize they can't have. Just like those designer bags. If you become something rare, something hard to obtain, you'll see a dramatic shift. Women will start chasing and competing for your attention. Next time you're in a social setting, casually mention how selective you are with dates, or joke about how your next girlfriend needs to meet nearly impossible standards. Watch as they try to qualify themselves to you. When you position yourself as a limited edition, you increase your perceived value and control the dynamics of the chase. This way, they are attracted, intrigued, and invested in a way that keeps you firmly in control. Number 6. Get rid of her ego. In a world where everyone craves attention, being the one who doesn't give it out freely is a power move. Most women are used to being noticed, so take a different approach. Reduce their ego by not giving them the attention they expect. Focus on their friends more than on them, or act oblivious to their presence in group settings. This isn't about being aloof, it's about strategic neglect. Imagine you're at a party. Spend more time laughing with her friends and barely acknowledging her. Maybe throw a casual compliment towards someone else. It's like a subtle challenge to her self-esteem, and it will ignite her desire to win your attention. She'll start seeking validation from you by working harder to catch your eye. This tactic makes her jealous and makes her see you as someone whose approval is worth pursuing. It puts you in control of how hard she tries to get on your radar. Number 5. Embrace confusion tactics. Confusion is a powerful tool if you know how to use it. This tactic doesn't require control. It subtly messes with her perception, leading to a deep-seated obsession. When you send mixed signals, warm one moment, distant the next, you disrupt her psychological equilibrium. For instance, during a conversation, be genuinely engaging, then switch to being slightly disinterested. Compliment her in a way that leaves her wondering about your intentions. This inconsistency throws her off balance as she tries to figure you out, occupying more and more of her thoughts. The more she thinks about you, trying to decode your behavior, the more entangled she becomes. This subtle form of manipulation plants you in her psyche. Number 4, create desire. Listen up, guys. The major sin in any relationship is letting her think she's got you figured out and wrapped around her finger. The truth is, desire thrives on uncertainty. Make her worry a little about losing you. Show her that she's not the only one in the game, that others are eyeing the prize too. Flirt a little, and don't shy away from showing that you have options. Being too available is like giving her the remote control to your value. Never let that happen. Play the partners in crime angle. Take this scenario. She goes out with one guy who showers her with deluxe dates, and another who brings nothing but fun and unpredictability. Pizza, roller coasters, a cab ride home. Who sticks in her mind? The adventurous one. Every time. Why? Because he makes her part of the story, not just a passive observer. When she invests emotionally and physically, she values those experiences more. Make your time together a series of adventures, and she'll be hooked, always coming back for more. Number 3, intense eye contact. Get this right, and you can stir something deep inside her without uttering a single word. It's about quality, not quantity. Don't be the creep who stares too long. Be the guy who gazes into her soul sparingly yet deeply. It's a fine line between intriguing and invasive. Lock eyes with her. Hold for just a moment longer than usual, then smoothly look away. Repeat this dance with timing and grace. This technique builds a mystery around you and leaves her wondering, what is he thinking? It pulls her in and makes her want to break down your walls. Practice this and watch as her admiration shifts into obsession. Remember, your eyes can speak volumes, so make sure they're telling the right story. Number 2, the subtle error trap. Think slipping a minor error into your chat isn't a big deal. Think again. This is about laying a calculated trap, a subtle but effective game in the realm of psychological warfare. You toss out a detail that's just slightly off. Now, this isn't a mistake, but a strategy. When you introduce a fact that's not quite right, watch how quickly she corrects you. That's your in. She's now more engaged, more talkative, spilling details she hadn't planned to reveal. You've just manipulated her into revealing a card she didn't even know she was holding. You're exploiting her natural urge to correct, to be right, and turning it against her. It's a chess move that messes with her perception of reality and makes her question what's true and what's your fabrication. It's a power play, gentlemen. Use it wisely. Number 1, play the name game. Ever noticed how you snap to attention when someone mentions your name? It's like the world around you blurs, and you're the star of the show for that moment. That's the sheer power of a name. This is a simple but formidable tactic from the dark psychology playbook. Use her name not occasionally, but with precision. Calculated to hit hard. When you inject her name into your conversation, it's like a direct shot to her psyche, cutting through the noise and commanding her undivided attention. Using her name makes her feel seen and important, like she truly matters to you. But there's a twist. When you use her name strategically, peppering it into dialogue like a master chef seasoning a dish, you're tapping into a deep-seated part of her psyche. You're appealing directly to her ego. It's like saying, "You know, Emily, I really think you would excel at this." Suddenly, she's all ears, feeling special and acknowledged. These dark psychological tricks significantly impact your interactions with women by giving you subtle control and influence. However, it's important to consider the ethical side of using such tactics. They are powerful and effective, but should be used responsibly. If you've made it this far, comment below with the word 100% to confirm that you've received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.